Hey, yo, what's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Ashton Jackson, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Dallas Cowboys versus the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday. I'm going to be talking about ways in which we can beat the Pittsburgh Steelers and things of that nature, and why it is a must-win. I know we're only 5 weeks into the season, but it's very important that we get this win because you got Detroit coming up, you got San Francisco coming up, and you got Atlanta coming up, and I'm making this video right after the Thursday night overtime win, and the Atlanta Falcons look really good, and so does the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and you play them in the month of December. So before we hop into the video, I appreciate if you guys like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment, and share my video with anyone who you think will enjoy my content. So first, I've been slacking on that the past few weeks, and I got to be better on that in terms of going over the injury report, because that's very key to how another way in which we can beat teams and attack teams is through the injury report, right? So for the most part, the first thing I do want to talk about, because I didn't have time to honestly, was talk about Brandon Cooks. He has an infection in his right knee, and he's going to miss anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks. So that sucks. You don't want to play with any sort of infection. So prayers to him and his family. Hopefully that he's able to overcome this. It isn't something too major, something to really get up in arms about, really, because one, he's not going to be out for a whole lot of time, and then two, when he is able to come back, he'll be fine. But what type of impact was Brandon Cooks making outside of Week 1 versus the Browns? So we haven't been able to utilize him correctly. So there's really we're not really going to really miss a beat, really, outside of just his name and his speed is what could have maybe threatened us, the Pittsburgh Steelers, in their game plan to prepare for the Dallas Cowboys. Like, okay, you got to watch out for Brandon Cooks, because I did hear Mike Tomlin talk about the Dallas Cowboys and things of that nature, right? So for the most part, he didn't practice, so he's not going to be able to play. Today is Thursday, so people who were full participants was Malik Hooker, Eric Kendricks, Jordan Lewis, Zach Martin. Limited participation was Trayvon Diggs because of a ankle issue. Rico Dowdle's full participation. Limited participation was Ezekiel Elliott, Ryan Flournoy. Full participant was Tyler Guyton. Marquise Bell, somebody who we're looking forward to step up and possibly take over Donovan Wilson's snaps, is also a full participant. Now, when we're talking about, and also, my bad, I forgot, Kalen Carson, your other DB who you want more than likely to play for you on the opposite side of Diggs. He was limited participation Wednesday and Thursday due to a shoulder injury. So for the Pittsburgh Steelers, really for us, we might get bailed out. I don't know what's going to happen necessarily, but two things: Jalen Warren and Cordell Patterson they both did not practice on Wednesday or Thursday. Jalen Warren, he's the backup situation. He's like their Tony Pollard. They're having a little bit of a Dallas Cowboys situation over there. They're having offensive line issues. They're having wide receivers outside of George Pickens who can really separate and make plays for them. They're having a little bit of issues on that end. Defense is really great. It's better than ours. So that's where they're not like us in a way. And they're also still dealing with injuries as well. But they're having a situation where Jalen Warren is easily the best running back, but they still want to give Najee Harris burn and tick. But Najee Harris, has that first round pedigree to him. So, Jalen Warren, which is for me the best back of that backfield, is not able to practice on Wednesday and Thursday. That's something to look out for. Tomorrow is Friday, so we will know whether or not they will play, because if they go a third consecutive day of not practicing, they're more than likely not going to play. If anyone between Jalen Warren and Cordell Patterson, who's dealing with an ankle injury, he also didn't practice these past 2 days, Wednesday or today. If neither of them practice tomorrow, they're probably going to have to call up a practice squad player. But I'm not too concerned about Najee Harris, in my opinion. I know that he's one of those big, physical type of backs, but I'm not worried about him because he doesn't have long speed like some of those bigger backs, which is what Najee Harris is considered to be, a bigger type of back. So I'm not too concerned about him. One person that I am glad that he might not be able to play, prayerfully he's able to play for the rest of the season, but one player I just do not want to see on this. I don't want to see another big pass rusher for him, and they got not Nick Herbig, he's going to play, but Alex Highsmith. That's a really, really talented defensive end. TJ Watt can get 3 sacks in a game, and then might as well you can get 2 sacks for Alex Highsmith. If you have a bad offensive line, this team is going to get you. I'll talk about all that and more, but that's pretty much it. Again, the big guys are probably not going to be playing. That can be detrimental and that could hurt you. Are Cordell Patterson, Jalen Warren. I think out of the two who did not practice, who could potentially play on Sunday, I think is Jalen Warren, but we'll find out. Alex Highsmith is not going to play with a groin issue. He didn't practice Wednesday or Thursday, so you're lucky the Dallas Cowboys caught a break. One less pass rusher they have to worry about. So really, I'm going to talk about the keys in which way we can beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. And the number one thing is to contain Justin Fields in the pocket. Keep him in the pocket. This is a quarterback where, unlike not Mahomes, but Lamar Jackson, they're kind of on the same playing field in terms of their legs. They can definitely burn you with their legs. Lamar Jackson's level is better than Justin Fields, but Justin Fields has been doing his thing. They're 3-1 because of Justin Fields, in the defense. They've been doing a lot of great things, right? So really, with Justin Fields, he had particularly his best game of his career last week versus Indianapolis Colts, and they lost. So with like 340-plus yards passing, he had 3 total touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 through the air. He had 1 interception. So he had a really good football game for his standards, but they didn't get a win, so it didn't really matter to him. That game really just was flushed down for him, right? So keep him in the pocket. Again, he's, like I said for Lamar 2 weeks ago, he's one of those quarterbacks that, when he's running outside the pocket, he's making plays with his legs. He's extending for first downs on third and you don't want to get the Steelers on 3rd and 8 and Justin Fields runs for 16 yards. You don't want that to happen because that's very backbreaking for your defense, and that makes a lot of people quit. And not saying nobody on the team has any quit in them, but I'll definitely make you frustrated and infuriated as a defensive group if you did everything right on first down. You won first down, you won second down. Now all you had to do was get them off the field on 3rd down, and you let the quarterback out of all positions go out and get major first down. That's something you don't want to do. So that's rule number 1. Rule number 2, stop the run. Everyone knows your weakness. Now I know Najee Harris isn't the most explosive back, but I think Najee Harris has just enough juice in the tank to really do damage to you. Him and also with Fields as well. Since they're not going to have Jalen Warren and Cordell Patterson, they're going to rely on Fields and Najee Harris for the source of a running game. They're also going to want to include Calvin Austin on jet sweeps and things of that nature as well. So we also have to look out for things like that. So stop the run. Everyone knows your weakness. They're definitely going to want to test your edge and see what you're going to be able to do on the containment of the RPO, on the quarterback read, quarterback power. They're definitely going to want to see, can you stop the run? Was that a fluke? When Molly Smith had one of his best games of his career, we need him to step up for sure in this game as well. So that's something we got to look out for. The third thing that we must do is have Trevon Diggs follow George Pickens for the majority of the game. This is Diggs' specialty. Those DK Metcalfs, those Mike Evans, one of those guys, these wide receivers who win because of pure physicality. Diggs loves that. That is Diggs' ballpark. The only way you're going to be able to get Diggs is if you're a specimen and you're one of those dudes that can, like Julio Jones. I'm saying, Julio Jones never give him any problems, but a similar built type of receiver like that where you can get shifty, you can separate. Diggs has bigger problems against route runners than he does physical type of wide receivers. So follow Pickens everywhere. One thing I know about the Steelers, they got a bunch of young, what on their team. So you already know they all listen to NBA YoungBoy. You know what that mean. You know what I mean? So they got that Black Air Force energy, and that's what George Pickens is. So George Pickens, you can get in his head. If you shut him down a couple of times and Justin Fields missed on a couple of throws, they don't look his way. Yeah, I know Trevon Diggs from the DMV, he won't get to the yapping. Man, just get in his ear. He going to cost him a 15-yard penalty, personal foul, get on his nerves, piss him off, and let's see what we're going to do with that. Because I'm going to let his game, because there's going to be a crucial time when they need to get a first down. They got a first down. Oh, what happened? You see a yellow laundry on the field, and then you see George Pickens just mush whoever in the face. Trevon Diggs, can be whoever. Don't matter. You mush him in the face, and now or possibly could have sealed the deal or possibly could have got you a crucial first down. You got to go back 15 yards because of something ignorant that George Pickens did. So we can get in his head. I'm not too worried about him. But he can definitely mess your game up if you don't pay attention. So if he's one of those guys they send down the middle of the field, Calvin Austin's another one. Another four, Calvin Austin's a 4-3, 4-4 dude. You send him up that seam in the middle when you're playing that too high. And I swear, if Justin Fields throw a dot between both safeties and they're all looking up where the ball's at and Calvin Austin's in the end zone, I'm going to have a problem. But we're going to do our thing. The fourth thing, tackle. Elementary, right? Things they taught them in Pop Warner, and they haven't played Pop Warner in like damn near 20 years, 30 years for some of those guys, right? So this tackle wrap up shouldn't be a problem. Let's do what we're supposed to do defensively. Let's tackle, right? And the other thing I want to talk about is offensively. We have to set the tone. This team is relying on you guys. On this side of the ball, they're relying on you. Dak, offensive line, you have to play your role. You have to do what you're supposed to do. Also, we got to get Ferguson and Dowdle chip. They have to chip Watt every single play. Every single play, because what they're probably going to want to do with TJ Watt is do one of two things. They want to put on 3 weaklings on the offensive line. They either want to put him head up over Cooper Beebe. They're more than likely going to want to keep him at right side defensive end, or not right side, left side defensive end. When we're looking at when you look at the defensive side, he'll be on the left side, meaning he'll be lined up with Terrence Steele. We got a chip on that play. There's a couple of times that I saw what the Colts were able to do. The Colts were able to attack that secondary, and they was able to attack the secondary, and every single time that they ran a play, they had a tight end motion out or line up on the same side where Watt was, chip Watt, go out for a route. And I think if Ferguson's able to do that, I think we'll be able to be fine. I believe you can get Peyton Wilson in coverage. I was a guy I really loved in the draft process. But he is having a little bit. He's going through some Ricky pains right now. Pairing with Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen hasn't looked the best compared to last year when he was paired up with Roquan Smith. So he hasn't looked the best as well. I'm not too worried about their second level. But, of course, protect the ball, things of that nature. Establish a run game. I know it's going to be cold. It might be a little bit windy in Pittsburgh. I don't think it's going to be too cold out there. But it is going to be a little bit chilly for a Sunday night game in October. So, do your part. And the other thing I want to do is protect our defense, control the time of possession. If we can dink and dunk down the field, I don't care, bro. This is going to be a 17-20 type of game, a 23-17 type of game. If we play defense correctly and we're physical, I think this is going to be a really close game. I don't think this is a game where you blow somebody out 40-20 or 30-3. Like I don't see a score like that at all in this game. So control time of possession, have Justin Fields and all of them shiver up on the sideline, and have them be in jackets, have them be on that sideline for a minute. Have your offensive line lean on this defensive line and do what we got to do, right? Don't turn the ball over. I can't stress that enough. Don't turn the ball over to a team that could put up points in the NFL. Just don't do it, and especially with your defense at such a disadvantage, missing 3 of their key contributors in Micah, D-Law, and DaRon Bland. You can't turn the ball over Dak Prescott. We have to play clean football. Exactly like how you did last week versus the New York Giants. You have to follow that up this week and play tremendous clean football. Penalties, I'm not going to stress that enough. We have to be clean. We have to be a better and more disciplined football team. We are who we are. We're allowing it in practice and things of that nature, so I really can't stress it enough other than just to control the penalties that you can control. The offsides, the encroachments, the illegal contacts. When somebody's past 5 yards, don't touch them. Things of that nature, right? I know staying healthy is more of a skill. Like I said, it's luck and it's also skill, but prayerfully everyone's able to leave the game healthy. And like I said, this is a must-win. You already know who you got next in these next 2 weeks. You got Detroit, who looks damn good. I saw them play on Monday night. I've been watching very closely of them because I know this is going to be a team that, when it's all said and done, once things even out about Thanksgiving, they're going to be a team that plays that last Sunday of January, right? So that's going to be a team I find it very hard for you to beat them. Even if you do have DaRon Bland come back and Mike and D-Law don't play, that's going to be tough. Then you're going to have a bye week. Then after the bye week, who do you play? A team you just cannot beat, and they have your number. And severely bad, they have your number. They know every single thing that you're going to do because our tendencies are so whack. So you got to win this game, because if you don't win this game, I don't see you winning the next 2 games, and what you fall to what, 2-5, you're possibly thinking about blowing it up. In my opinion, I don't want to, but then 2-5 heading into Atlanta, who's more than likely might be a game above 500, maybe 2 or 3 games above 500, and they're fighting for their right in the NFC South to earn a home playoff game. You gotta watch out, man. This is a tricky league, and it's one of those down years where the Niners look better. The Cowboys don't look good. The Eagles look tough. They look like they picked up right exactly where they left off for that blunder. So Minnesota's looking really good. So you gotta watch out, man. So that's about it for the video. Again, top to bottom, contain Fields, keep him in the pocket, rush contain when you're pass rushing him. Don't be in such a hurry to go get him. We're gonna be fine. He will come to you. He will let you sack him. Pause, but he will get to you. Don't worry about it. 2, stop the run. Everyone knows your weakness. Everyone knows run the ball, be physical with Dallas. Don't run side to side. Just run straight at them. You can also run side to side because our edges are bad as well, but you can run downhill on Dallas and you'll get it. Diggs, follow Pickens. You can get it. You can get in Pickens' head. When he's one of those wide receivers, you don't throw him the ball for a whole half. He going off. He throwing the helmet, everything. They getting quick 3 and outs and they lose and they down by 10. He throwing his helmet. He one of them. So okay, cool. We're gonna see how long that lasts. Don't worry about it. Tackle him. Just tackle everybody defensively. Wrap up and tackle. We've been missing so many missed tackles. It's egregious looking at it. It's terrible. Offensively, set the tone. This team relies on you guys until Micah, Deron Bland, and D-Law returns. More than likely, you'll get Micah and Bland before you get D-Law, but this defense is definitely hurt, and we need our offense to go out and make plays. Establish a run game. I talk about it every single week, but for real, establish the run game. Ferguson and Dowdle have to chip Watt every single play. Control TOP, which means time of possession. Keep Justin Fields and them on the sideline, shivering and cold out over there. Don't turn the ball over. Control the penalties that you can control. Stay healthy. This is a must-win game. You already know who you got next up, and I don't need to talk about it. They're probably going to be the best 2 teams in the NFC once all said and done. If you lose, we're possibly going to tank and secure a top 5 pick. So that's about it for the video. Hope you guys have a nice day. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye.